Now, the case on both episodes of murders is being reviewed. We are told that if we are not guilty, then how could we show where these remains were? I want to tell you how we showed that on July 20th, 1999. After being tortured and after the operatives had worked with my friend, he was taken to the Chernihiv region for reenactment. On the Kiev-Priluki highway, he showed the place where we left the so-called victim. Search work was carried out at that place, but nothing was found. 3 weeks later, after I had been jailed, I was taken somewhere. I asked where I was being taken to, and I was told that I had to show the place where the victim was left. On the Kiev-Priluki highway, I showed the place approximately where the so-called victim was dropped off, but the investigator declared that at that place they wouldn't carry out any search work. So they took me to another place, which my friend indicated earlier. You can see that the investigator himself indicated the place where the search work must be carried out. We arrived at the place indicated by my friend, and in 5 minutes, a miracle happened. The remains were found. So, the question is, where were these remains 3 weeks ago, when my friend was on the reenactment at that place? And why did they need to take me to the reenactment if the investigator himself indicated the crime scene? From the moment the remains were found, the paranormal phenomena began to occur. The remains were found without hands, but on the way to the morgue, the hands somehow appeared. In what way, we don't really know. An expert established that the death occurred as a result of a traumatic brain injury. The examination that allegedly established the cause of death was dated August 19th, 1999. But the death certificate was dated August 16th, 1999. It's quite strange because there was no expert conclusion yet, but there was already a cause of death. It's unclear under what criminal case this examination was carried out, because no criminal investigation was initiated into the murder. As a result, at the trial, this version of the charge was completely shattered, and no other charge was brought. In fact, I was convicted without charge. In 1937, some people were judged by anonymous letters, but in this case, they were too lazy to even write an anonymous letter. I found out what I was accused of and condemned when I received this illegal and outrageous verdict in my hands. We have another expertise, according to which the cause of death has not been established, and the fact where the remains came from and where they are now is unknown. I would like to draw your attention to the examination, which formed the basis of this verdict, and which was hidden from us by the investigator. I learned about the existence of this examination during the trial. This examination identified whom these remains belonged to. How was this examination carried out? The investigator gave an amateur group photo to an expert, and this is known from the examination. In this amateur photo, there was a person whose skull matched the parameters of the found skull. In the materials of the criminal case, there is no information about the existence of this photograph, and based on this fact, the investigator himself identifies the victim.